And hello, and welcome to an all-new episode of Dwarf Fortress. And as you know, not everything went right with our fortress. We are still not at war with the elves. The frame rate death trap got us. 1 frame for 2 days straight. My game kept loading and loading, but it wouldn't work. So, there was only one way. I need to have a Deus Ex moment. I need to pray to the gods and hope that they will fix my game. So I went into the archives, into the deep archives of the stone halls of Berlin, and I found it. An enchantment. Enchanting to our true and only god of fortress, NADAK. And I translated it. I sat here for days, and I read the holy inscription and turned the Dwarfish letters into readable Latin letters. So now here it is, the great enchantment, the chanting to NADAK. I also have a translation. It says, NADAK, give stone in trade for flesh. Take the water and give us war and blood. Take the blood, Nadash, and take away our aquifers. And take away our aquifers. So let the enchanting begin. NADAK, Igen, Lam, Ar, Enkos, Arel, Alnis, Algun, Nazush, NADAK. NADAK, Igen, Lam, Ar, Enkos, Arel, Alnis, Gulgun, Nazush, NADAK. NADAK, Igen, Lam, Ar, Enkos, Arel, Alnis, Gulgun, Nazush, NADAK. Oh God, the earth is shaking. I think NADAK took our words and he fixed our fortress. And stuff is happening now. So let's head over to the fortress and see what NADAK brought us. Oh God. A wild force of darkness has arrived. Goblins at the gates. Now we will have to show NADAK that we are worth the sacrifice. We have to show NADAK that we are worth disciples of him. And also we have to build him a temple. Anyway, okay. Wild force of darkness has arrived. And so the chanting stops. And the fight begins. Also, before we are going straight into the fight, let's have a look at this. Okay, this is our dreaded aquifer, as you know. It filled up pretty alright, I guess. 1, 2, 3 layers. Well, and then suddenly, it stopped. The water stopped flowing, and the frames came back. I don't know, but I think NADAK heard our prayers. So let's everyone get in to the fortress and make ready for battle, brothers. Man the ballista. Is the ballista actually in the safe house area? And to the outside danger? Yes, it is. Okay, please tell me that get in is also relating to safe house danger. Okay, moving boulders. Step right up. Shining pebbles, you stay where you are. Stingers, get on your spot. Today we will show the world how true dwarves are fighting against evil in the form of goblins. So let's have a look. Goblins. Oh yeah, if they are here, they should be under others. Goblins. Crossbowman, bowman and another crossbowman. Will it be a small group or will it be a big group? We soon will find out. First off, let's stop the raining ambient noise. It's getting a bit on my nerves. Alright, kids, and it's happening. The goblins are coming. They are coming for our fortress. It seems it's only 5 of them. So I guess NADAK was okay with our prayers and didn't send us a big army. Which is a bit dissatisfying because I expected a bigger army. But anyway, they are now running in. This is like the army that should have invaded in our second year of the fortress. Especially since we are at war. So this is just a really small group of goblins. Not really like just goblins, more like... not like an army of goblins, it's more like a scout group. Trying to have a peek at our fortress. Should we let them escape? Because maybe they will get out and bring more. It's not for us to decide. The gods have sealed their fate. They just don't know it yet. Oh, a Snatcher. A children's Snatcher. There he is. Tried to sneak into the fortress. Narco Azuros, Goblin Thief. But once a Snatcher has been found, he will flee. So the Snatcher escapes without our children. There's nothing we can do, he's just too quick. But now I know where I have to set up cage traps to grab him next time. He will not have the chance. Oh god! And it's happening. Our mayor is getting plastered with arrows because Iron Bolt strikes the mayor in the lower lip and the injured part is Clever Summer. Because our mayor was not holding back, he was walking straight into the enemy assault, trying to carry his log into our area. But we can save him, maybe. Fire! The ballista and moving paddles! Attack! Attack, paddles! The stingers are not ready, but they will be. Whoosh! And there goes the arrow. And will it miss? It will totally miss. And our mayor is getting plastered with arrows. How's it looking for him? Palimpar? Palimpar strikes. He has an iron bolt in his left lower arm and his right upper leg, in his lower body, bruising the muscle, chipping the lower spine's bone and bruising the nervous tissue through the rope-reed cloak. So he can still walk, but he is badly injured. But now our mighty force is arriving, which is a bit bad because none of them is stepping into my cage traps. They all went through the bee cave. We need to change that in the future. But anyway, the ballista arrow keeps on his way and Nymeria arrives. Nymeria, the leader of our military force. And Nymeria stabs the Gorman crossbowman in the right upper leg with his steel spear, fracturing the bone, shattering the right hip's bone. And many nerves have been severed and the tendon had been torn. Alignment in the right hip has been torn and the tendon, and so on and so forth. And she stabs him again and fractures the left shoulder bone. She's playing with him. She could kill him anytime, but she's not going to, because he has to suffer, for he is a goblin, trying to find his luck in Stoneembraced, the Fortress of Strife, which is never a good idea. And our Hammerlord Mouse comes in, and the Hammerlord strikes the Goblin Crossbowman in the lower leg, and then he scratches him with his hammer again in the lower leg, and then he bashes him just in the front teeth with a steel warhammer, and the severed parts are sailing off in an arc. As you can see here, his teeth are just flying around. His iron crossbow has been dropped because Nymeria once again stabs him, and this time she stabs him in the arm again. Yeah, he stabs him in the arm and he has no control over his arms anymore, and he drops his crossbow. And Nymeria pulls on the embedded steel spear, and The goblin is just getting plastered. He has no chance. And the finishing blow is landed by our own Mace Lord, and he bashes a crossbowman in the tongue with his iron mace, bruising the left cheek through the troll cloak. But that is not how he died. He died because of blood loss, I guess. If he's even dead. Could be that he's just lying around there. No, his mutilated corpse is just lying there. So that's it for the first goblin intruder that tried to attack Stoneembraced, the Fortress of Strife. And our dwarves are getting dizzy and nauseous because I haven't broke them out for a while. More and more arrows and bolts are smashing into our ranks as the second goblin is in melee range. And the Maria takes over, and he is getting surrounded, and bolts are raining down on him. Shot from two of the stingers that actually managed to get even close to the fight. What are you doing? Oh, it's Silphone. Okay, Silphone for some reason decided that he shouldn't wear his armor and come as a civilian together with Ymir. But that is how he is, our good Silphone, as you know. He is a feisty one. A true warrior, afraid of nothing. And well, the second goblin also is not having a good time. He is getting hit by large bolts. His arms and legs are torn, specked with flying wooden death. And the wrestler lashes the goblin bowman in the neck with his iron whip, bruising the muscle, tearing the upper spine's nervous tissue. So that's it. His upper spine has been torn, the goblin cannot move anymore, and my dwarves are just hammering him piece by piece, bringing out as much blood as they can. And our Swordmaster stabs the goblin bowman in the left lower leg with his steel short sword, shattering the bone. As I said, this is not a good death for a goblin, but a good death for us. We will give him the peace of the endless plains, and NADAK will take his blood in exchange for his offerings. And in the end, the militia commander, also known as Nemeria, stabs the bowman in the right hand, and it sets off in an arc, and he gets bashed again. And the Mace Lord bites the goblin bowman in the head, but the attack is deflected by the bowman's copper helmet. The wrestler bites the bowman in the lower leg, bruising the fat. So he's just getting bitten to death right now. Not a good way to go. Not a good way to go. And I guess that's it for another one of the goblins. So the goblins, how much are left? 3, I guess? 3 goblins are left. And a Jabberer appeared, which is great. I will tell you about Jabberers later. And so my military knows exactly what to do, and they move on with their rampage, going for Strondno Sparasengo, who is also a goblin man. Or will they not go on? No, they keep stabbing the guy that is lying on the floor, and they are biting him to death, I guess. They are really weird, man. Nope. Okay, guys, why are you not attacking, please? Please attack. Come on. Maybe because they are still set to inactive. Okay, now here we go. Yeah, because I set the stingers, not the moving ballers, which is a problem. Okay, and Nemeria arrives at the next guy. Why, Ushir Kogulan and her father, her mother Tanita, is arriving. They couldn't make it in time into the fortress, and now they are here in the midst of battle. So we have to be quick, we have to be fast, and we have to destroy the goblin plague. The militia commander stabs the goblin crossbowman in the left eyelid with her steel spear, tearing apart the skin through the giant leather cloak. The wrestler lashes the goblin crossbowman in the right hand with his iron whip, chipping the bones through the shoulder glove. Those injuries, be gone, fear. The militia commander scratches him again and shatters the nail and bruising the muscle. in his stump. So they're just going at it. Basically, oh, a bolt hit Tanita, and what happened to Tanita? The silver bolt strikes the engraver in the upper teeth, and the severed part sails off in an arc. She nearly died. She catches the bolt with her teeth. Because that is how dwarves are reacting to aggressions. And Tracker is going in onto Stoneembraced, blah blah blah, something. And while Nymeria is just up there in front stabbing him. And he's down. And there goes the next one. And Nguzo has a really bad day, as you can see. Everything is gone. His nose is gone. His right upper leg is gone. His left arm is gone. His right upper arm is gone. Yeah, and he's spraying goblin blood everywhere. There's not a chance he will survive this day. Because Brummy and his... having her doctor in her hand is hacking through him. Actually, Brummy turns out to be pretty psychopathic, if you ask me. Because as you can see, first attack was a scratch in the left lower arm, and the injured part is ripped into loose shreds, and the Swordmaster stabs the goblin bowman in the left lower leg, and yeah, she takes him apart piece by piece. Takes off his nose, takes off his arms, and then she even charges at him and brings him down. The goblin crossbowman is knocked over. Slashes in the right leg. The Swordmaster shakes the goblin crossbowman around by the nose, and the severed part sails off in an arc. Thank you for this picture, Brummy. I hope you're still watching. Okay, and then there's only one left. Ksukgas Embumst Goblin Crossbowman. But he will not be here for long. Because our moving boulders are going in for the kill. Actually, only one moving boulder is going in for the kill. The others will try too, of course. But Cellphone here really has it out for him. And he might be the only one running up to him. If he can claim the kill. Where's Cellphone? He should be around here somewhere. Rokard. Mouse. Tracker. Nymeria, Rossi. I don't know where Cellphone is. Maybe he has gone back in, because, yeah, it was too boring for him. So, yeah, okay, Cellphone is not going in. But who will go in? And I think it will be... Brummy. No, Brummy's still fighting. Brummy is still taking apart the guy. So... Rossi and Nymeria. You know what? I will just leave it like that, and they will see. We will see who is going for him. Okay, and Rossi is in. And I think that's it for him. What is Brummy doing? So slashes the goblin in the first show, left foot, tearing apart the muscle. Swordmaster stabs the goblin crossbowman in the head with a steel short sword, and the severed parts sets off in an arc. The goblin crossbowman has been knocked unconscious. I don't think that he's unconscious, but Brummy says death is all around us. I'm not upset by this. Yeah, as we just found out. He is hard to upset, our Brummy. And the last of the goblins died. And who was it? It was... not him. It was him. And the Wester shakes the goblin crossbowman around by the left hand, tearing apart. An artery in the left hand has been opened. And he keeps shaking him around. He keeps just shaking him around while Nymeria stabs him. And in the end, she stabs him in the head with her steel spear, tearing the muscle, fracturing the skull, and tearing the brain. And the steel spear has lodged firmly in the wound. As it is common with Nymeria's steel spear. How much kills does she have on this steel spear now? Because Nymeria did NADAK's work today. One troll and one goblin. 2 kills from Nymeria. And I guess that's it. The siege should be over. Maybe the last goblin is still running around somewhere. Or maybe we have a problem with our spawn system. Which would mean that we would need to get rid of all these trees. Shouldn't be a problem. But yeah, that could be it. Okay, let's release the alarm. The only thing we need to fear still are children snatchers. And I don't really fear them because our fortress is old enough to not have any problems with these kind of guys. And I guess I need to close this door now. Because I really wanted them to go into the cage strips, actually. Yeah, I fixed most of the problems with the game. I hope. It looks like I still have a spawn problem. Maybe we can solve that. The aquifer is gone. Just because I couldn't be bothered anymore. Like, this was just getting on my nerves. And as you know, like I let this thing load like 2 days or something like that. So it actually was really long in a loading screen, and that I will not dig through it until it's winter again. So I'm sticking to this whole idea, but I will not offer more dwarves to this icy hole because it's just super annoying. And also, yeah, my frame rate died. I couldn't do anything for days, and I'm finally back to recording, which is a good thing, and maybe we can finally have a cave spider. We need to still do this cave spider. This is like, it's 6 episodes ago. Yeah, but anyway, let's do first things first. I claim stuff now. So, iron crossbows you can melt, because crossbows are always the same. Doesn't matter what they are made of. Bolts, on the other hand, of course, can stay the way they are. Iron breastplate, alright. Copper helm, melt. Trousers. For melting, you have to press the M key, which is pretty common, I guess. Okay, right hand, drop or dump. Upper left, back tooth, dump, military, dump. Dumps this too. Dumps this too. Always make sure you dump everything you can reach, because it will start to smell and your dwarves will feel bad if they have to look at it. Oh, an iron bow. I will take the iron bow, just because I can do an arrow trap with it. And I cannot make bows myself. So yeah, I'm taking it. Let's hope that none of my hunters gets the idea to use it, because he will run out of arrows pretty soon. And I have this feeling that we will not get a lot of elfish traders in the near future. Okay, we are also getting a lot of new clothing, which is always nice. Silver bolts, yeah, leave the silver bolts. Oh man, he hacked him apart, man. Right leg, head, mutilated corpse. And here's his nose, I guess. Nose, arm. Where's his nose gone? Iron crossbow, melt. We need the iron for other things. And you, iron crossbow, melt. They had next to no equipment. Okay, copper breastplate is alright. Iron helm, yeah, melted. You can refer to the Dwarf Fortress wiki to see if how much melting will give you. Oh, Tanita's front tooth. No, we will collect those, so she can take them into her grave. Tanita. Also Tanitas. This should be his nose. Nope. More front teeth. I don't know where his nose is gone. It should be here somewhere. Maybe on one of the trees. But talking about... Oh, here it is. Is it? No. It's a left hand. And more teeth. So what happened? What dropped down here? I think more teeth? Yeah, Usbu lost all of his teeth. Which is pretty fun. Okay, make sure that Geralta bone. Oh yeah, because I still have all this stuff set up here. Because I couldn't care exactly. So, Mayor. Let's hope that our mayor will be alright. He's the only problem right now when it comes to medical problems. He's being brought into the hospital by Jobby, but I think he will be alright. He's just ability to stand lost, wounds, diagnosis required. We are waiting for the diagnosis and then we are ending the episode. His lower spine is fractured, his lower spine is bruised, but the nervous tissue is not broken, so he might have a chance on not having to rely, oh here it is, on not having to rely on crutches for the rest of his life. And even if he is, he's not really a member of the working class, I guess. Sounds harsh, but that is how it is. Okay, Tanita. Oh yeah, Tanita got other shots too. Okay, none of the other arrows hit her, but Tanita is now without upper teeth, which makes eating kind of a problem, I fear. Oh yeah, we need to close that. This is not good. You shouldn't be able to do that. Okay. So everybody is back. Our warriors are happy that they finally could put their weapons up on good use. With a lot of rotten stuff lying around in our kitchen. No, this is the butcher's shop actually. Well, this is how the story is. See that? Not even the mining has been finished. There's nothing happened the last few days because it was like click, 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 click. Yeah, and with our prayers to NADAK, we finally managed to get into a war with the goblins and drain the aquifer. And all we have to do in return is give him blood from the sieges and, of course, erect him a church. I think he deserves it. What is this? Frame rate is still low, of course, because the water is still flowing, but it's not as tough anymore as it was before, so yeah. It could be worse, is what I'm saying here. And speaking of things that could be worse, only thing that happened to my military dwarves is that they are super sick now. As you can see, he's just dragging a pile of vomit behind him. So where's my medical guy? Also, where's my mayor? What are you doing? Clean self. What? You should be under treatment. What is Dr. Rip Rip doing? He's not even the only doctor. Oh, he's cleaning... What? And once again, I pray to NADAK because this is bullshit. Clean all, NADAK. Clean all. Rescue the frame rate. Yeah, so let's hope that the doctor is now caring about his patients. Clean self still. Yeah. Okay, they are now dropping items because I told them earlier to clean out, because I hoped they could fix the frame rate before I saw that the water problem was there. So I guess they are now all dropping all their worn items into the shredder, which is alright, I guess. How much is in there now? Basically nothing. So that's all they're doing. They will drop the items. And I will let that happen By the way, not fired wool. Prepare to fire. And I see you guys in the next episode of Stoneembraced. A fortress that seems to be working, finally. And now we can start our journey together. And go with NADAK, friends of the Dwarf-Elvish diplomacy. And I see you guys in the next episode of Dwarf Fortress.